Hello everybody and welcome to the penultimate episode of Wexcombe Manor Farm. So today we're going to be doing something a bit different. I've never actually used these two machines on Farming Simulator 17 before. I have used them on 15 and to be honest they are very good. It's just they do work best with the SATEC steering wheel and side panel combined. I've only got the side panel set up so it could be a bit of a challenge working the, well basically this machine here. Because it's got so many different controls, it is handy to have the analog controller and the side panel at the same time. The analog controller is built into the steering wheel and it is very handy. The only reason I haven't got it set up is because I prefer overall the Logitech G27 steering wheel, but then I have the side panel alongside and it does work very well. But yeah, probably just for this one video I should have changed it all over. But no, I haven't done, so let's just get cracking. We'll see how we go. This is, of course, if you don't know what these are forestry pieces of equipment. They're very large, designed for bringing down a large number of trees in a short period of time, basically. Very commercial, big scale. So we're going to drive the Scorpion. I think it's the Scorpion King, actually. Yeah, Scorpion King. And we're going to have the Buffalo following us. So let's just stick on to follow me. Hopefully there are no accidents along the way, as these two pieces of equipment combined cost over £500,000. So yes, we must be very careful, especially as we don't even own them. Pretty big pieces of equipment. They should be on a trailer, on a lorry. But as we're going such a short distance, it doesn't really matter. The people in this village may be scared when they look out of their windows and see this thing going past. It's so tall it's almost hitting the street lights. Let's go in cab view. Bit quieter in here. Nicely kitted out. Yeah, it's very similar to how I remember it. I don't think it's any different. Whoa, wall! That was close. Now that's going to follow the same track. Yes, there is a wall there. So it should just be the same as FS15, hopefully. Oh, yep. Oh no, there is something wrong here. For some reason my setup is deciding to combine one action to two different actions, if you know what I mean. One movement on the joystick is doing two things. How weird. I'm going to have to look into this, otherwise I'm going to have to use the keyboard and mouse, which I don't really want to do. It won't make for a very good video. Left here, and then almost immediately we go right again, I think. Yeah, just here. There is the Bale sell point, so that's where we went to the other day. There is also a camera on the head. Right, low trees. We must avoid the low trees. Here we are. This I think is the best forest to go to. It seems to be the biggest and also the most accessible for large equipment. So we're just going to work into it as quickly as we can do, and well, the Buffalo is designed to be picking up all the logs again afterwards. It's just I don't know how well I'm going to be able to fit them on there. We do have to adjust the size of cut, so if it is the same as 15 then we should be able to adjust it, although I'm not seeing an option for this. There should be one. If we turn it on, the length of cut option does appear. You change it by pressing Y. It usually goes up to 8 meters. Yep, still 8 meters. I'm going to have to trial this though to see exactly how long a log is going to fit into here without overhanging too much. Obviously the longer the better, but it can't be dangerous, and it certainly can't be back heavy because it'll tip out backwards and it goes crazy and berserk. So yeah, let me just adjust the controls and then hopefully this is all going to work really well. Okay, controls set up. There is an issue though. Because of all the duplicated controls, it is going to mess other stuff up in the future. So I'm going to have to reset the controls to default to return everything back to how it used to be. It looks like I'm going to have to use the mouse for most of this because obviously the joystick doesn't have enough features to be able to, well, it doesn't have enough buttons to be able to control everything. But I'm going to use a bit of a cunning plan here. We're going to use the buffalo, but we're going to put it in the right position to be able to load it straight into, so we don't have to actually use the grab on here, because that could be quite painful to watch and also very painful for me to do as well. So we're going to really, well, I wouldn't say cut corners, but we're going to do this as simply as possible. Okay, let's press B, start it up. I can use the joystick for this. I don't want to use the mouse too much because I know the mouse click is very noisy and some people don't like the sound of it, so I'll try my best not to use it too much, but rotating the head, stuff like that, we do have to use the mouse, so yeah, it's totally unavoidable really. Anyway, is that going to cut? No! Too close. No, not close enough. There, yes! We'll pick it up. Okay, don't tip my machine over. I thought it was going to go over then. And yeah, what we're going to do here is lift this up as much as we can do. Put the buffalo in front. This is actually a very big tree. We started off with the biggest possible. Also, I have just reset my dead zone, finally, after all these videos. Because I was in options, I remembered, and I have reset the dead zone to 0%. I think it's actually too little though. It may have to be increased again. I thought it was at 4%, but actually it was on 14%, so no wonder it's so bad. 4% is the optimum number. I'll have to do that in the future. Now you'll have to remind me to keep resetting it to 4% instead of 0. Okay, so this is getting there. Obviously we can adjust it later on if it's not right. Put the crane over here. And hopefully we'll be able to load straight. Oh, it's further away than I thought. There we go. We will see. Length of cut is 5 meters. I think that can be increased to at least 6 meters. So let's give it a go. Let's just hope it works. Here goes. How do we do it? Press X, I assume. No, oh yeah, we do. Press X. In it goes. Okay, so that was okay. It looks like the length is perfect, so it just needs to drop down. Come on, drop down. Yes. You see, we are cutting corners, but it works very effectively. This is simple logging. Another issue is we need to move the buffalo every time, because obviously every tree is in a different place, unless we can drag it to here, but that is quite hard on the head to do, so I don't know if we'll be able to. Also, let's just hope that every tree falls to the left, otherwise there could be a crushed piece of equipment here, which would not be good. Whoa. Okay, full tree. Almost in the same place. We could get away with it. Right, let's give it a go. We may have to back up a little bit. Yep, you see I'm rolling forwards. That's the dead zone. Clearly there is a discrepancy in my pedals somehow and it's still driving forwards. Oh, yeah. I'm going to reset the dead zone now, before I forget. But it may be a wise idea just to finish this off first, because otherwise it could glitch, and it could go crazy. No! I've glitched! I've gone crazy! I hit the buffalo. Okay, that was not good. Very unprofessional. Very unprofessional. If someone was watching this, they would think we were drunk. Yep, we're totally out of alignment. We may have to bring... oh no, we can use this. We may have to use the crane to get it neat again, but... One more. They're going in, just about. Just not as well as the first tree. Right, I'm going to reset the dead zone. See you in a second. Dead zone reset. I've put it to 2%, so that should really help us. Get off log. Go back in the trailer. Now, Which setting is actually controlling the grab? It is the mouse, unfortunately. Sorry about that. Also, the controls seem backwards. Maybe it's because I'm using it backwards. That is probably part of it. Okay, so to adjust that as mouse as well. Everything is the mouse. How weird. Okay, that should do it. I am concerned that everything is a bit too far back, and also so far back that it could fall out, because that would be bad on the road. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Right, let's get these moved further backwards. Get it right up to the bulkhead. And release. Right, that's good. Okay, so I think everything else is... Well, obviously it's not right up here, but it shouldn't be so far back that it's going to fall out. Obviously there is one on the floor here, which does need to be picked up. Otherwise we're potentially losing out on quite a lot of money, so let's just shuffle ourselves around. I wonder if they've added the strapping feature to this. I don't know. Obviously we've never had it before. It's new to FS17. Maybe. Right, is it now creeping forwards? It is. That could be the gradient. I'm not too sure. No handbrake though. Handbrake would be good. Okay, how do we extend? Rotate. Oh, no. Extend a bit more. Grab it. Whoa. Some harsh movements here. And now we just need to get it over into the trailer. The good thing is you can rotate it, because that is really helpful. Now I'm pretty sure we are actually driving. That isn't just rolling. I may have to set the dead zone again. This time something a bit more dead, I suppose. 4% maybe. Okay, we'll drop it here. If it will let us. Let go. So everything is in. I think we should be able to get one more tree in here. If it's not too big. We do need to move out of the way though. Yeah, there's two smaller logs which are quite a long way back, almost falling out the back. Let's see if we can push them in with a tree. Here it goes. You watching? Come on, go in. Yes, look at this. Perfect. Right, so that is okay. Not looking too bad at all. Yeah, let's shut the engine off and we'll get back into the Scorpion King. There is a tree down here. That's nothing I've done recently. That must be last time. Every tree is pretty huge, so there is a lot of wood in each one. Let's go for this one. Get it as low down as possible, and then cut. Right. So this time, if we can try and position it in the opening, about here, we should be able to then load it into the Buffalo as usual. Is it just called the Buffalo? I keep calling it a Buffalo, I keep thinking of an animal. Obviously it has been, these two have been named after animals. We've got the Scorpion and the Buffalo. It is just a Buffalo. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Right. So 3 very large trees are going to be in here by the end of it. That is pretty impressive. It could be overflowing, but we'll have to get a screenshot just to prove that we've done it. Got another camera angle here. It's good it's articulated. I wonder how much money we'll get for all these. We could even get another tree in. That is wider than I thought, that cage. Right, how close are we? It's not the best angle ever. It could definitely be better. We're almost going through the cab window. But still, we should get away with it. Let's just move our crane out of the way. And commence cutting. Drag it a little bit closer if we can do. Okay, it doesn't have the power. There we go. Must be heavy. A whole tree. Good. Next one. Alright, it's getting higher, so it could potentially go over. This is a slick operation. Can you rotate the head? I think you can do, but possibly not when it's holding a tree. That could hurt. And yes, no doubt about it, we can get another tree in here. With big money machinery, you get big money payments. And once again, I'm rolling away. Interesting. Please don't push these logs out when I turn. Push them in. That's it. You're doing the right thing. Oh. Oh, it's like at the fairground, isn't it? With those, what are they called? Those grabbing games. When you never win. Those things are pre-selected to win every certain amount of times. Like every 20 times it will give you a prize. Right, let's extend the boom. Push it back in again. Right. Good. That's looking okay. Next tree. Pull away up here. Shut the engine off. I love big equipment. This is so fun. Yeah, let's go for another big tree. One of the biggest ones about. How about this one? Yeah, the head has rotated. I really think I should get a quieter mouse. It's just, this one was supposed to be quiet. I think it's just because it's so close to the microphone. My microphone is, well, it's not that close to the mouse. It's just, it does seem to pick it up an awful lot. I'm not sure why. It's about 2 feet away. I guess that is still too close. Whoa, that was also very close. Pull it round. That looks good. And we will put the buffalo just behind it. Okay, so I'm almost in line. Obviously it does need to be a bit better. Hopefully you can now see my theory behind loading it straight in. It is easier. The crane is still handy though, because like I've already demonstrated, it doesn't always go in as planned. So it has to be here for neatening things up later. It's just, I don't really fancy picking stuff up off the ground, even though it probably is done, in fact it is, it's done in real life. Farming Simulator isn't really the same as real life. Oh, come on, yes, there we go. Right, we can extend the boom, which we may have to do. That's too far away. Pull closer. Too close. That one went a little crazy. And it's fallen out. Yeah, we're going to have to reposition, I think. Because it is getting so full, it is making it harder. Let's just lift this up. Pull this log round. Come on, take it, yes. Yeah, it's going to have to be extended. It is getting very full. But I think we can still fit more in here. Oh no! My grab's stuck on the main head, the main cutting head. That's good. Right, let's reposition. There's no sense of weight. These logs all feel very light, but obviously they are very heavy. It is only pine though, or fir, so well, what are they? There's so many different varieties of these Christmas trees, as they can also be called. Pine, fir, Christmas tree. I think these are Norway spruce, I think they are. Not too sure. Right, we'll pick that one up later. Let's move the crane out of the way once again. What a mess. We should be able to grab them though. No problem at all. And we'll put them in. And I think that is actually going to be our full load for today. So these are rented. We can do a bit more next time if we want to. But next time is actually the final episode. So, oh dear. Ouch. Yeah, so we're going to have to be cleaning stuff up, selling stuff, ready for the next map. Which will actually be a while. But we do need to get ready for it. Right, let's get these lined up again. Let's just make sure they're all in fully. The old trick of pushing it against a tree. It does seem to work, despite the tree probably not liking it too much. They do seem to slide as the engine is running, so they do need to be pushed back. Otherwise, yeah, they do walk themselves out, which is no good. That's much better. There we go. Right, so while we load the last two up, is it possible to strap these in? Good. Don't want them to go anywhere. Just 2 straps is fine. We'll go alongside, pick these 2 up, and then we're going to go and sell this lot. It should be quite impressive. First log is here. At least being in the in this view, it doesn't seem to creep quite as much forward. I don't know why. Just getting the hang of this thing. I did actually get the hang of it quite well in 15 because I had the correct steering wheel in place, but yeah, without it, it does make it harder. Right, grab. Grab! You didn't grab. Right, grab. Thank you. Good. This is getting very heavy. I can understand why. I think it's probably over full. Rotate it. And we'll drop it in place. That's alright. Okay, final log. It's got a very good reach. Ah, yes. Right. About here. The controls do feel backwards. I don't know why. That'll do. Release. Release! Come on. No. No! I could get so frustrated with this thing. They are in place. Right, quick. Before anything else happens, remove these straps and then put them on again. Any more? One there. Good. So that is it completed. All we have to do now is make sure the crane is in a safe position. I think the best thing to do is probably to boom out completely and then lay it fairly flat on the back, like this. Keeps it low. There we go. Just done the screenshot. It's always good to go into the flight mode, go over there and get a pretty good shot. So yeah, with that out of the way, we need to shut the engine off on the Scorpion King again. Then we are going to reap the rewards with what we have in the back of the Buffalo. I am looking forward to this. Of course, all of the money we make now is going to be used in the next map. I have left the heads-up display switched off. There we go. Oh, that's too heavy. That's a shame. I was going to throw it in the back. Oh well, we could pick it up with the crane, but it's a very small piece. So yeah, you can always tell when something's heavy when driving in Farming Simulator with the steering wheel and pedals, because the acceleration feels much slower, much heavier, and also you can sort of hear the engine labouring when going uphill. So it's very clever how it does react to the weight. Like back in even Farming Simulator 11. It did react to weight a bit, but it wasn't right. And obviously in the very early ones like FS08, no, nothing at all really. In fact, the acceleration was in 08 was it was wrong. It just didn't feel right at all. Again with the braking was a bit strange. But everyone has got to start somewhere, and I think for the first game that Giants made, well, the first Farming Simulator game that Giants made, I think 08 was such an achievement. Very good. If you look back at it, you would probably call it terrible, but for the time, it was fantastic. Yeah, because I had to leave the game to do the dead zone. The gates have reset, and they have actually closed. The wood sale point is in the main complex where you can buy everything, where the auctioneers are as well. In fact, where we came from earlier. The shop. The price of wood, I don't know if it's listed. Did they list the price of wood? They probably do. Not sure. They do wood chips. Anyway, we don't really need to know. Let's just see what we can get, and hopefully it's going to be a very impressive figure, because these are full length trees. They're very good. If you just sell tiny bits like what we're selling out of the car trailer, you don't get a great deal. Obviously if you're selling into the stove, you get loads. That's because the price has been adjusted. But if you would sell it just at the sell point, the main wood sell point, it wouldn't be half as good. This, however, should be very impressive. And also I was quite impressed with my guess. Not boasting or anything, it's just 5 metres. It was a very rough guess as to what would fit in. I think technically it's about 4 metres, what would actually go into here, but it's alright to have a bit of an overhang. You can carry more. But no, we're definitely going to have to use these again on a different map. It was nice to do it on here though, before the end. Wexcombe Manor Farm has been such a fun map to play on. And actually, when you look back and see when I first started it, it was quite a long time ago. It was even before Christmas, I think. Anyway, here we are. All we have to do is drive into the trigger. Not the most realistic selling ever, but who can be bothered to unload it all? I don't think many people would want to. We'll remove the straps though, and prepare to be amazed, unless they're too high up. Yeah, it could be a bit too high up. So we may have to use the crane after all. Another plan, floor it and then brake hard. Eventually they will end up out the back. Almost. We're getting there. I think hitting that piece of wood does help. Not very realistic though. Yep, eventually they do fall out. Please don't quote me on realism is key. It happens too often. Right, one has gone. That one was £663. Not bad at all. A few more. Oh, look at that, there's some over £1,000 there. This time should be the final one. There we go. Looking very good. The final few may have to be persuaded out of here. There they go. We end up with £50,000. Give or take. I'm very happy with that. Hopefully you are too. This money, like I say, is going to be transferred over. So, yeah, great fun doing that as well. Always nice to do something a bit different. So that is it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. And before we end, we are going to do part of the giveaway. Basically, there's going to be, well, there's 4 copies of the DLC to give away. I'm going to do one in every episode at the end. So today is the first one. There won't be one tomorrow, but there will be one on Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday of this coming week. So stay tuned. One giveaway announced per day. I think that is the best thing to do because it still gives other people a chance to enter if they want to. So if you haven't entered yet, please go over to one of the Sandy Bay episodes. It's called Giveaway, so it should be pretty obvious. And all you have to do is subscribe, turn your notifications on, and leave a comment. If you don't do all those 3 things, it won't select you at all. You won't be in the draw. so you have to do those as a bare minimum. You can like or dislike as well, but it won't affect your eligibility. It won't affect your chances of winning. But yeah, please enter if you haven't done already, and until next time, see you again soon. Bye for now. So here we go, the very first day of the Farming Simulator 17 Kuhn DLC for PC giveaway. The very first winner is choosing. The suspense is killing me. Come on, pick the winner. Who could it possibly be? The very first winner is Benjamin Dolan. To close the door, you just click around the area of the dot from inside the cab. Thank you very much for the tip, I appreciate it, and hopefully you enjoy your copy of the Kuhn DLC. By the way, love your avatar. Massey Ferguson, definitely a good brand. Okay, so for anyone who didn't win, better luck next time. There are still 3 more opportunities, so stay tuned.